About the budget, specifically, if you want to ask me, it was a teamwork, because we tried to imagine what sort of material we will need, what to try to think of everything, and then consult with people, because also OSMEH never did such a project before, so the others didn't know exactly how much could it cost. So we were calling everybody, okay, how much a stage cost, how much could we have like the projector, okay, we can have the projector for free. So it was a bit of a mess, but then in the end we happened. Actually, we got not the whole budget that we planned, we got much less money, but I think in the end, using our own resources, and we managed to deal more or less with the money, so I think it's okay.
Well, the complications, yeah, there is a bunch of them, really. The most surprising thing was that we didn't get rights for one of movies what we wanted to show, because how to say, the bureau for giving rights is in Croatia, and Anna, who called somebody from Zagreb to ask, the person even didn't want to speak with her because she's Serbian. I mean, for me it was the most also surprising, because I'm from Poland and we don't have this kind of things. In general, there are like some stereotypes between nations, between neighbors that maybe don't like each other. Like, I mean, in the stereotype, for instance, Polish and German people don't like each other, but there is, in the reality, there is no problem. And here I faced the situation which was for me so unfamiliar, so new, and I just didn't know how to react, actually.
Well, they're probably different things. I think what was the hardest, maybe it's hard to say that, we planned the festival also as a starting point of a local network, having different NGOs working together, creating something together, getting to know each other, and many times we counted on partners, and we couldn't cooperate as a team in an enough well way. We also very different, we work in different fields. Us as just OSMEH are very, very different people, and collaborating, well, that gave us a couple of hard hours, that's for sure. I think in the end we managed to have some of the partners like actively here. Other partners didn't, so that's also I'm a bit sad about that point, because I think it's really important. People being here, working here, they can create something much nicer if they work together. I think like the most negative one, even if I don't know if it's surprising or not surprising, like the lack of participation somehow. We put out a lot of posters, we put a lot of flyers, we made the web page, we tried to use all the high technology like Facebook, internet, or just going on the street and giving people flyers, and it worked. But it didn't work as much as we planned it will work. I don't know if starting earlier, putting more, starting later, what would be the perfect scenario. We've also managed to be in local radios and national television, what I think is really important, but still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look around, I see like every stage is busy, like they are creating something here, there, over there, dancing, and I see 30-40 people, and I think, okay, it's great, but in the same time, these people leave after a few hours.
And another thing to mention perhaps is an incident that happened yesterday while we were on site during the festival. We had some people from the municipality turning up, saying that somebody had complained about the location of the festival. Apparently we're blocking the use of some of the public gym equipment that they have out here. And And this was really surprising because he was really causing some problems and the situation was quite tense. And you know, you just think, why can't you just wait? I mean, the festival is 4 days long. It happens, this is the first time it's ever happened, you know, and it's once a year. And for people to complain that they cannot, you know, run along the running track, which isn't even really a running track, you know, for just 1 day while we're having the festival, I think is just ridiculous. I think, you know, people should see the good in this and not just concentrating on, you know, the obstruction that we're causing or something like that. I mean, it's just a complete distraction from, you know, the good of the festival. It's a shame, I think.
We have to be very flexible with when to start. For example, today we planned something, and because there's sometimes so many participants, sometimes nearly no one, we had to reorganize everything and rearrange. And of course, you are working with people. We are here all day. For me, starting something an hour later before doesn't really make a difference. But other people, you cannot really play with other people's times. You cannot tell them just to wait or wait 2 hours because they have their own obligations. And I think it's really important to make people more devoted to the project, to the future. If we are still speaking about the next festival, involve more the partners.
Well, definitely I wouldn't face the situation that somebody doesn't want to give me or even speak with me about the rights of the movie because I'm Polish. I even can't really imagine myself a nation whose I'm asking, and I would got this kind of feedback. So this definitely.
For me, it was to do with the financial side of the project. I mean, we applied for the money to put on the festival from the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And actually, we signed a contract when they agreed that they were going to give us the money. And we agreed on a certain amount of money. We were told that we would get 80% of this money on a certain date. And actually, without even telling us, they gave us even less than that. And so we were really struggling because we didn't have the money to buy the materials. We couldn't buy the things that we needed for the festival. And so at the very last minute, we were having to scrabble around and try and borrow money off some other people. And I don't know, I really cannot see this happening in the UK where I'm from. It's, you know, you have a contract, and especially when you're dealing with people from the government, you expect that contract is going to be kept and that it will be honoured. And here, people they expect you just to get along sometimes. You know, they do what they want to do and you have to just sort yourself out. There have been some really nice moments actually over the last 3 days. I think one, the thing I liked most was what happened just now with the performance of the Juliana's deaf group, the sign language group. And this was really nice because it brought together the disabled people from Żywimo Zajedno and the volunteers from OSMEH and obviously her sign language group and the deaf people as well, and children and, you know, people just who were passing by. Everyone was really together at that moment, and it felt really like a good thing was happening. You know, it was a very inclusive moment. Everyone was joining in with the performance and learning the sign language and singing along to the song, and it was a really lovely moment, I thought. It was one of my favourites.
The most positive things is also very linked to the most negative thing, just on the other side, because what I would say that the most positive is that in the end us as a team could do something, that I can count on my colleagues, I can count on them every day to be here, I can count on them to like go hold the city finding some missing material, that after everything we are all here, we have the things and we make it together, and for me that's a very important thing. I'm really happy that I can rely on them, we can work together.
First of all, they should see the movies about the festival now, and hopefully they will have desire to do that, because this is the most important thing. As of course we said, we had a bunch of obstacles on the way, and but if really want to prepare the festival and make it real, then in a way it will be a success.
Yeah, not see everything that goes wrong as an obstacle. I mean, it does happen, but you have to be creative and you have to find ways and solutions. And so this is really the thing, to just keep going and persevere and be strong, because you need strength to organise a festival like this. I think it's a long process and you need to just get your head down and really kind of struggle through the problems and the obstacles.
I just want to tell them that it doesn't seem slow, but everything is possible, and they should have their own initiatives and make them happen, because it's possible, and we made it possible with everything what we felt, but we still made it. And we had, during my EVS, I think that's the support I got from the other volunteers, from the organization. It's the most amazing thing to make my dreams come true, to make my ideals to realities. I made them, but I couldn't. But I made them with their support. So don't give up and just do it.
One very short thing. The DJ, the all the time music during the festival, this is a very good thing. What we were on the very beginning we didn't plan. It turns out from itself while preparation, and it turns out a very, very good thing. So definitely as a hint, that should stay.
I really hope that future people who will be around when I won't be around, or even me coming back, can develop this thing, because I think it's a really great idea. I think it's a very important issue to raise awareness about ecology. Ecology, when I'm speaking, I don't think of an educational level. I'm not speaking about university. I'm speaking about everyday little stuff, what we can all do, how can we contribute. I believe it's important to contribute in our ways. So I hope there will be a future of the festival, and next year it will happen. Then I think the experience of this year will help us to organize a better one, to attract more people, to adapt to also the life of Adahuya. Start it later, plan it a bit different, and that way it can be even a bigger success.